True or false, I'm good in bed. Okay, that's subjective. True. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good in bed.
Hell yeah.
True. Like, you're the only judge that I can have.
No, I'd say I'm pretty good.
I say you're pretty good. Do you think I'm pretty good?
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
Man, you're gonna have to ask my partners about that.
Like, I've seen terrible. Is that really bad to say? But like, I'm not great.
Describe good sex in 3 words.
Do I even know 3 words?
Passionate,
Warm.
Comfortable,
Personable.
loving,
Romantic.
intimate.
Hot.
What about like communication?
Yeah.
Consent?
consent,
Consensual.
Unregrettable.
Interesting.
just fun.
Fun?
Fun.
Fun.
Communication, consent, and contraception.
Contraception.
Yeah.
If someone is flirting but doesn't want to go further, does that make them a tease? You can flirt with someone with the fun of it without having there being the need for something more.
I guess I'm a naturally flirtatious person. I do it with my friends all the time. I don't think it's teasing. I think it's just having fun and being really open.
It's okay to be a flirty person, but if someone else has set their boundaries and said like, no thank you, I think this is too much, I think you should respect that.
You shouldn't really go into anything with the expectation that somebody owes you their body or owes you their time, or their whole idea of, oh, you're such a tease, you're, not entitled to withdraw consent is just ridiculous.
How do you know if someone is too wasted to have sex?
Well, I always do the good old police test, make them walk a straight line.
I feel like it's a very visible thing. You can tell if someone is in their right frame of mind or if they don't have control over what's going on in their body. And I think that is an obvious sign that you shouldn't take advantage of someone.
If they're slurring their words, and if they look drunk, and if they just look like they're half asleep, I would just say just wait till in the morning till they sober up.
If it's someone that you've maybe you've pursued them a bit and it's always sort of been touch and go, and then all of a sudden they're really drunk and they're like, oh yeah, let's do it. I think that's really something to consider, is whether or not they would do that. Were they not under that influence?
If someone said you don't need consent from someone you've already had sex with, what would your response be?
Get f***ed. That's bullshit. You do need consent every time. And they might not want to have sex with you again, or they might not want to have sex with you right now. If someone says yes at the start, and then you kind of get to the middle and they're like, actually no, sorry, tap out, I'm not feeling this, stop. So to answer, if someone says, oh, but we've had sex before, why aren't you gonna have sex with me now?
Tell them to f*** off.
How do you know if someone wants to have sex?
I mean, the most obvious one is they come up to you and say, hey, I want to have sex. DTF? Yes, no, tick box.
Just ask them, as weird as it might be, you can look back at it and laugh later on if it's an awkward response.
Sometimes if you're just not clear, you just have to ask, do you want to have sex with me? Are you comfortable to do that? And, if they say no or hesitate, then, you need to reassure them, we don't have to, it's totally your choice, always give them the option, because sometimes it can be hard to say no.
Usually I think there's been a brief of sexual chemistry. There needs to be something said, I would probably say something along the lines of, do you want to go back to yours? Do you want to go back to mine? And then you'd ask, do you have any condoms? And that's how it starts.
It will change from person to person. You can't put a rule, if somebody does some crazy handshake, they want sex, that's not how it works. And so if you don't know the person very well, or if you are unclear, just ask. Sex should be respectful and consensual and safe, always.